Ringside, everybody. My name is Mendoza, and today I have David Stallings from the greatest little short film festival showcase that I've ever heard of, and it's not just because my film's showing there. Uh, no, but I think the concept of it is really cool, and the reasons behind it is something that I hope everybody can get behind because it is a selfless act. I know this dude's putting so much time into this festival, but it's really to help grow Arizona film, local filmmakers, and support all of us who are busting our butts and not working for the machine.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for being on the show, everybody. This is David Stallings.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Nine. And what a what an introduction. So thank you.
You're welcome. So tell us about the festival and what it is and why you. No, let's start with that. Why did you start doing this thing? Because this is as the kids say, a crap ton of work for you to do to put this
Yeah.
thing on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the Stalled Short Film Showcase was an idea conceived out of a selfish idea, I like to tell people. I had a goal last year in 2024. My main background that I love in film that I want to keep doing primarily is just act. And I've been running into walls with like you get typecast into something and you want to branch out and that becomes really tough to do. To branch out when you're in an independent scene and there's not as much work as you would like. And I managed to write a script that was a romantic comedy that I felt like I could play the lead in. And my goal last year turned into I want to prove that I have the ability to be more than an actor, and I can prove that I can be a writer, director, producer, and act in the thing. And like I did it, which was a huge feat in itself. I'd never that last year was year 3 of being in acting, period.
Hmm.
Um, and but afterwards, you finish a film, you finish a short film, and the route forward is really dull in my opinion of like you put it out on YouTube maybe or you hope that it gets into festivals, but for me personally I care a lot more about like the average person getting to see it. Like that's who I care about, that's who I wrote it for. I'm the average guy, I feel like. And so I had a conversation with someone where I was telling them like I want to get a theater, I want to premiere this somewhere, and just have fun doing it. And I remember talking to someone about that, and he was like, "How are you planning to get people there, though?" And I said, "Maybe I do it. Maybe I'll show it with a bunch of other local films." And that was just kind of like it just came out of my mouth to this guy, and there was a one-off meeting with this guy, but I left that talk and was like, "That's a really good idea." And so I wanted to showcase my own thing, and then also it turned into a well, if we show a bunch of our stuff that in a theater, then it justifies 2.5 hours at a theater, and we all get to win. So I didn't see a reason not to. I didn't know how much work it was gonna be, but um, but it turned into like such a blessing because I had an idea afterwards of starting to interview the showrunners because I was like, how do I actually fill the seats with not just filmmakers but average people? And so I started meeting with people at coffee shops and setting up my little tripod with my iPhone on it, and I got put a little $20 mic on them, and I was like, start talking. And then I edited these clips together, and I rented Pollack Cinemas, and it was a ton of work, but we made it happen. And we filled the theater up to about 180 seats were filled out of about 300 max,
Hmm.
which was way more than I thought we were going to have there.
Hmm.
And the amount of people afterwards who thanked me for doing something like this, where there were no awards, that it was just to uplift the community,
Hmm.
and the amount of people over the past year still DMing me about like, hey, you're doing that thing again, right? I was like, this is clearly something we have to keep on doing. The
Hmm.
like the spirit of the community loves this, and it was such a blessing to the community here in Arizona. And so I had to do it again. Absolutely. So last year I was just like I have some businesses who they love me already, and they were like, "You're doing this thing, we're gonna help," and that's the reason the thing even was able to happen, which was amazing. And they're helping again this year. But I'm trying now of like as the business side of things. I just want to be a filmmaker, but here we are. The business side of things, I want to bring more people in. I want to bring the community further in, not just individuals, but businesses who, if they want to support seeing this, that they can help support and be promoted in the process, is like you are also trying to help. So I've been trying to pitch to people about sponsoring the event. So we're about to execute a marketing campaign throughout the month of June via my social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube and stuff, just to get the word out. And we're going to be posting, as you know, I have also been interviewing people. I've been interviewing as many of the filmmakers who we are bringing in as possible, so that we can make promotional material, so that people can learn about the hearts and creative minds of the people making these movies. So throughout the month of June, I want to use that not just as a platform to bring people in for tickets, but also to uplift businesses who want to sponsor, and they can be associated with all of the marketing that we do as well as we have slots available still, that at the event you can be a sponsor of one of the films and be one of the representatives of it. And so I'm trying to bring in I want businesses that want to see more film stuff going on, whether they are film related or not, that want to see more of this energy and this passion happen, that they can be a part of it too. And then obviously, like, help it if the average person or individual wants to help. Tickets are on sale. They're on sale still for $15, and it's gonna be a great night. And so I want as many people there as possible, man. And just like, if you can't make it, tell your network about it. Like,
I think what you're doing is a beautiful thing, because it encourages that local involvement of everybody, and like you said, the common person.
Right? Yep. Because I would love to have more filmmakers here making stuff, right? And what you said about, like, a local sub shop wanting to come in and be like our food services on set, like, that's a huge issue I run into, right? I'm making a film, I gotta feed everyone, and so I end up going in and catering something, and it's like I would much rather be able to bring in some local business who already is a supporter of film and wants to see that happen, and I'll pay them to bring them in, instead of me having to go to some major chain or whatever and catering from that. Like, I want to see, while I am fighting to continue meeting and collaborating with other filmmakers in town, I'm fighting to make people even aware that we're doing this. So yeah.
I appreciate you having our film on there too, but moreover, just for all of Arizona filmmakers, I think the effort that you're putting forth is a great thing, and I hope that the universe gives you back the goodness in your productions too coming up. David Stallings, thank you very much for being on the B-side. It was a pleasure talking to you, and we'll see you at the film festival.
Thank you so much, Nine. It's the Stalled Short Film Showcase. It's June 28th. Tickets are online. Check it out on Eventbrite and whatever. Maybe
the links that I have all around.
Links below, yeah. And also like and subscribe. Do all of the stuff. Whatever you have to do. Support this, support us, and support it all.